everyone. Here I am, a moment late, but never too late. Welcome. I hope you can all hear me. I hope you're all doing amazingly wherever it is you are in the world. And I'm really excited about what I'm going to be sharing today. So, first off, I'm just back from the Vagrein Summer Solstice Retreat in Acqui Terme, which was last week. In fact, last week at this time, we were just arriving at the check-in. No, it was already day 2. So it's a little bit over a week that the Acqui Summer Solstice Retreat was held, and it was absolutely amazing. There, there couldn't have been anything that could have gone even slightly better. All of the participants were super enthusiastic. They were all feeling really held by the event and by what we had organized for them. Vagrein was on every single session and completely available with coherence throughout all the sessions of a mission of helping the participants to understand how fundamentally they are important to the elevation of our collective and unity consciousness. And I had an absolutely amazing time. We had so much fun. Every single participant fit into this coherent group. Bonds were made, friendships that will last a lifetime were made, and everybody got to eat and enjoy the Italian joie de vivre wouldn't be the right word because that would be French, but the amazing ability to be in the moment that the Italians and the Italian culture has. So I am gassed to create more retreats, more events for you, and to meet more of you in person. I feel like I bonded with each being on the retreat directly as well on a personal level. And I've made lifelong friendships. I've made connections myself that will never, ever be dissolved because they're so potent and so perfect and so absolutely soul nourishing. So I know a lot of you couldn't make it to the retreat, and it was quite a small retreat in and of itself, only being 20 people. But I know that there's much to come with Vagrein. Today, I'm going to be sharing a little bit about that and everything that has come through since the retreat in terms of new projects and new things that we're going to be doing together. I'm super excited about all that. And there are many announcements that before the retreat, I didn't really have time to address. And so I wanted to share those with you. Also, I wanted to just sort of outline what we did on the retreat and go through the experiences we had. I will be creating another YouTube video for you guys with the retreat behind the scenes and a little bit of clips from what was shared there. But for the moment, I'm going to be waiting till I get all that data downloaded onto my computer, get through the editing process, and I'll just be telling you about it today. So before we get started with me talking about the retreat and then Vagrein sharing their channeling that they want to share with you today, I wanted to make a few announcements. And there are quite a few. I've got like a long list of things here I want to talk to you about and invite you to. So the first is something that had come up before the retreat, which is the next big event that I have coming up, which is the Channeling Conference, which is hosted by Gaia. And that's going to be in Boulder, Colorado on October 19th of this year. At that conference, there will also be other channels. So it's not only Vagrein, it's also Cryon with Lee Carroll. It is Bashar with Daryl Anka, and it is Teo with Sheila Giletti. So that is intense and amazing. And I'm honored to be lumped into a group with such absolutely talented and seasoned channels, being a newcomer myself onto the scene. The tickets for that are already on sale. The early bird prices are already sold out, all the tickets for the earlier bird prices. But Gaia has provided me with a coupon code for you guys, for my community, for my friends, for my family, for my soul group, that will give you $99 off of the ticket for that. So the coupon code for that at your checkout is Vagrein. So that's Vagrein. Sometimes people have trouble spelling Vagrein. So you can go ahead and grab your tickets for that and meet me in person in Colorado on October the 19th and be in the room with 299 other participants who are there for this amazing channeled event with 5 channels. I believe it's going to be 5 ultimately. 4 have been announced so far, but they are intending to have 5 in total. Hi, Jason. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. So that is the amazing news for the next huge event. And of course, that event is going to also be broadcast on the Gaia Plus network. So if you are already subscribed to the Gaia Plus network, then you'll be able to watch that in streaming, I believe, and the replay. But if you're not and you want to come over to Colorado and have a really wonderful time with me, then that is the time to do it. So consider joining me in Colorado on October 19th. And because I will be in Colorado on October the 19th, and because I'm excited about meeting more of you in person, I've decided to tag on a second event. So there will be the Gaia event on the 19th, and that is all organized by Gaia. It is a very special event, and it has all of these other channels. But I'm going to be doing something a little bit more intimate on the 20th, and it'll be announced the time, the format for that, and the location, because of course I'm still looking into that. But I already have the ability to get early bird tickets for that up on my website. So if you're already registered for the Gaia event and you are considering being in town the day after as well, which is the 20th of October, the Sunday, then do consider getting in touch for something that I'm putting together since I'll be in town anyway, and since I hardly ever get over the States. So that's some exciting news, and I'm excited for that. I feel like it's going to be very much more intimate and personal than the Gaia event itself. But of course, the main show, the main draw to come to Colorado in that period is going to be that amazing channeling conference. So do get your tickets for that now with the coupon code Vagrein. So that's the first bit of big news. Now, other stuff that is coming up for creation for me is some other events. I have the potential, and though it is not 100% at all confirmed yet, I'm considering being in London, Great Britain, UK this summer, as well as New York City and Toronto. So there are the possibilities of me working towards creating 3 events for you guys, or 1 event of the group for you guys. So I would love it if you're watching this video, if you can check out the description of this video. I've put the details of the dates of those potential events into the description of the video, and I've asked you to comment specifically in the comments of this video so I can see how many people that watch this are actually interested in me creating those events. Because of course, if it's 2 people, I'm not going to be able to afford to rent a venue, et cetera, et cetera. But if there are 10 or 15 of you or 100 of you that want to catch up in New York, or want to catch up in London, or want to catch up in Toronto, then that would be wonderful to be able to create something for you. So do leave a comment below if you're interested in the London event, which is either July 23rd or 30th, the the New York City event, which is sometime between August 6th and 8th, and potentially a Toronto event, which could be held on August 15th. So have a look and see if your calendars allow for even more interaction and connection with me. I know you're all over the world, and of course, I would love to make it out to Australia, and of course, I would love to make it out to different places in Europe, etc. But this right now are the things that are potentially going to be placed onto the calendar. I'm playing with the idea of a retreat in April of next year. So again, if you're interested in a new Vagrein retreat, and that will be stateside potentially, then comment, yes, I'm interested in a Vagrein retreat in April over the Easter pause. So let's see if that comes to play. And lastly, I am working really hard on creating my membership site. So I'm looking for some beta testers for that membership site who will get access to it way in advance of anybody else. And so if you're interested in that, there's a link, again, in the description of this video that you can click over to voice your interest and get put on the list of people who we will approach to be beta testers on that site. So I think I've rambled off everything I had on my piece of paper. And now I want to share with you everything amazing that happened at the Vagrein retreat. So I arrived in Acqui Terme on the Wednesday as opposed to the Thursday, so that was on the 19th. And I went immediately to get a massage. So, yes, Yana, I see you, and I was about to contact you personally. So be aware that that's going to happen if there's enough interest. So, sorry, I went and got a massage right away because I am someone who believes that if you're not okay, you can't be in service. So, of course, my first absolute priority was to make sure that I was in optimal functioning for the Vagrein retreat. And my masseuse was pretty amazing. She was almost like a energy healer in herself. She didn't voice that, but I could feel it. And I felt like she had this energy of the mantids, extremely wise and adjusting all the energy in my system. And it was really a very beautiful massage. Then we went off to get ready. I had some dinner with myself and Chantal, who was doing the yoga, and Antonio, who was on the photography duty for the retreat. And after that, I was so nervous because I knew where the retreat participants were all hiding. And they were off at dinner. They had connected with each other, the ones who were in town early, and they were off in one of the restaurants in the local piazza. And they don't know this, but my heart was beating 100 miles a minute because I was so excited to finally meet all these people in person. And I was so excited to connect with them, and yet also super anxious about it. I was so nervous, not because like they wouldn't like me. Of course, they had all gathered in Italy to meet with me and to have the Vagrein experience. But me as the human, as Jessie, I have as much social anxiety as you guys do. I mean, it's not something that's easy to walk into a room and be anticipated or even, surprised. I did surprise them. And have all the attention on you immediately. So I did delay a little bit. I went and had an ice cream first, and I was with Antonio, and he was, saying like, don't be nervous. And I was just so nervous. So eventually, towards the end of their meal, I did arrive at the dinner and said hello to everyone, and my knees were shaking. Like they were literally shaking. My heart was pounding so fast. And I'm pretty sure that was the energy also of the participants who had never met me in person before, who for the first time ever we got to connect, and they had all already connected, and it was just a beautiful moment. So we went to the piazza and we had a drink after that, and we had a chat, and about half of the retreat participants were already in town and already available to do that. So that was Wednesday night. Then Thursday arrived, and there was much to do in terms of setting up for the retreat. So I got the team together. We had breakfast. We talked about what was needing doing. And then we started to head off and do all of the tasks, like get the yoga mats to the venue and collect the flowers and create the surprises for the participants, get everyone ready for registration. And then by the time it was 1:30 or 2 o'clock, registration began, and we collected all of the data we needed from our participants, and I began work on their light language drawings. So I had offered this as a bonus to the retreat to create light language drawings or paintings for the participants who were interested in that. So I got to begin to meet with the participants one-on-one in a special room where we got to have a conversation about their intention and connect in order to have the light language drawing done. When the first session began, we all met in this amazing space with a mandala, a floral mandala in the middle, and these amazing cards. Everyone was forced then to read out their card in Italian as an icebreaker to allow them to get to know each other a little bit better. And of course, in the group, there are only very few people who can read Italian or could speak Italian. So we all got to laugh at our silly accents and enjoy this particular sharing. And those cards were soul cards. They were cards, messages from one's inner being to set the intention for the day. This was followed by the first Vagrein session, and Vagrein explained and laid out what we were doing there. After that, we had our first dinner, which was in the piazza again, and everyone got to know each other even further. And I was already feeling amazing because even though I was at a table with only a very few people, the other tables, and my table was wonderful too, but the other tables were full of people laughing. And what is better than that? So I'm not going to go through the details of every single thing we did on the retreat. Again, I'm going to leave that a little bit for a taster video when I finally get the videos, the back behind the scenes videos and everything that was recorded onto my computer, and I can edit that for you. But every day had this energy of growth and expansion, love, beauty, connection, unity. And I swear, my levels of gratitude for the support from the universe for this event are through the roof. There's no way for me to express how grateful I am to the participants who were there, who made it possible, to those who contributed, because I did invite participants to contribute their own gifts to the retreat. So we had sound displays, we had people singing, we had people doing intuitive dance, we had Sufi twirling, we had even channeling from other channelers, and it was absolutely beautiful. So the effects of that will last forever for me. And, I'll be collecting testimonials from the guests as well and see if they agree with that sort of energy. And I know some of you are on here right now. So for now, that's all I have to say. Again, I've gone through my list of requests for you. They're in the description of this video. I know many of you will be watching this after the live. So do go ahead and read through the description of the video to know what on earth I'm talking about with all these events. What is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential events, and the channeling conference in Boulder. Well, just outside Boulder. And the beta testers for the site. So those are my big announcements for the moment. I'm also about to send out an invitation for you to review my books on Amazon, because thousands of you or over 1,000 of you have the books. I can see it. And yet I only have about 50 reviews on Amazon, which is kind of, not a great percentage. I mean, it's good, but it's not a great percentage. So please, it's my birthday next week. Today is Friday, Thursday next week is my birthday. It is also the 5-year anniversary on my birthday of me channeling Vagrein. So do, as a birthday gift to me, go over to Amazon where you bought the book, because that's the only place you can buy the book, where you bought the book, and review it. Tell people what you think about it. And even if that's the first time that you are ever reviewing a book on Amazon, well, just consider it a birthday gift to me. A thought that counts kind of birthday gift, because I do see it and it does impact and it does directly help me. So if you love me, which you do, then go ahead and review the book on Amazon. So, but now, all that done, I am going to get into a channeling state, because that is what Vagrein wants to do. And we've got 2 messages here from participants of the Vagrein retreat. Love you, Jesse. It was an unbelievable event. Awesome. And we agree. It's been an amazing experience, heartwarming and grounding and very expansive. So those are the reviews of the retreat. Now go ahead and review the book. And hello, Kristen, saying hello as well. So I'm seeing you all, and you're all wonderful. So let's get into some channeling. How about it? And see what Vagrein has to share with us. This is a long video so far, so hopefully all of you replayers are sticking around to this point. I'll probably put a mark when the channeling starts as well. Okay. Enjoy. I will see you again shortly. Good now to you. We are pleased to be meeting with you in this fashion and are eager to discuss with you some new energies, some new information, some evolution of this particular interaction with which we have with you. Faith will lead you, not blindly, but with deep insight towards your desires, dreams, goals, and purpose. For within faith, you are indeed agreeing to your desires, dreams, goals, faith, and purpose, and allowing the universe to play its part in that. Faith is not ever blind, but it does often and is right to ignore your conditioning, ignore your predispositions, your bias. Faith will help you to ignore everything that you think that you know in favor of the path of least resistance, in favor of the direction that is most serving you. Faith perhaps is a word that has gotten a bad rap because you are asked often within your cultures and your collective to put faith in something outside of yourself, faith in a deity, faith in a concept, faith in a procedure or a process, faith in a system, faith in science, religion, magic. The faith we are speaking of is not faith in something external. It is faith in the knowing that whatever is correct for you is already coming through you. And if you release and surrender to yourself, that everything will line up so that you can get what you want. It is faith in the power that creates you. Faith in yourself as that power of self-creation. Your desires are worth having faith in. Your dreams are worth having faith in. Not faith in something external. Not faith in a higher power that ignores or supersedes your own direction. Faith in self is faith in the universe. And faith in self with simultaneous faith that the universe will meet your needs is going to lead you down the paths that will bring you to more and more of what you want. You are all wanting connection. Our relationship with you has now stepped into a new chapter of providing the facilitation for connection. Connection with self, of course, is always the most important, but also connection with others. There is a movement now that has been locked for some time, and we have heard over and over again how many of you do not have that community where you are, do not have that family where you are, do not have that support where you are of being with other selves that seem to resonate in the same frequency in physical form or otherwise. And this is coming to an end. We have spoken many times, especially in our group encounters, of that fishing net, so to speak, where each of you is a knot connected to a thread that is then cast out over this planet in order to have this particular resonant frequency in different points. Therefore, as you being a point, you can also be a lighthouse to everyone who is in contact with you. It is not a coincidence that the majority of people who resonate with our messages or who have called our messages into existence itself are those of you who are living what you would consider ordinary lives, normal lives. The people around you are ordinary, normal people. You consider yourself many times an ordinary, normal person, and yet you have a desire for unity, yet you have a desire in service to others. You have a desire to be that point of reference and to call into or with you other points of reference. We are coming now to a moment or a time. You are calling in the moment and time where your impact will be able to be felt by those of you who have what you are considering normal people, ordinary people surrounding you. You will become more influential to them. You will be able to speak your truth more fully. And in your speaking your truth more fully, they will begin to resonate in the very much the same way a tuning fork can attune other frequencies to it. You are tuned or being tuned so that you may tune others. Of course, there is support needed for this, and in this, there are the abilities to create connection. We have seen and have provided and have been called through and be provided to the recent experience of the Vagrein retreat that was just created, just fulfilled, just called into existence by the participants that were in that physical space and time from or in your what is perceived of as past now. That retreat, however, is simultaneous to everything else that there is and is consistently occurring throughout the infinite multitude of multiple realities that is the existence of all that is. And if you were at that event, you can feel the resonance of that continuing and tap into it at any given point of time. Even if you were not at that event, you can also tap into that resonant frequency and connect with it. But what we are saying is that you now are in a space where you are calling to each other the ability to interact so that there is proof of your faith. There is proof that as you resonate more consistently and openly as yourself, that you will have all of your desires and needs met. We know, because we speak to enough of you, that you have a deep desire to not feel loneliness, to not feel odd, secluded, alone, that the burden is all on you. Well, the good news is you also have a desire to feel connectedness, to feel love, to feel that ability to find your tribe, so to speak, or your family, so to speak, or to simply remember who they are. You have stepped out of your resistance and sorrow enough to now be able to call that into your reality. Therefore, we are also being called to make that a facilitated ability for you. And so, if you are in resonance with what we are sharing on a regular basis, there will be opportunities for you to connect with each other. And in this connection with each other, you will be able to, in groups of 2 and 3, triangulate and support the transition to unity consciousness more fully. This is our wish for you, but more so it is your wish for yourself. Therefore, it is granted. Have that faith that you will be drawn to, you will be inspired to any decisions that are needed to be made in order to connect with other selves. And this will occur not only through our community, but anything that resonates on this same frequency. Anything that is your passion, your joy, your desire, your hobby, your talent will call now into your experience relationships and connections that you have been desiring for your whole life because you have cleared enough of the resistance to them. You are brave enough to be yourself. Therefore, as you are yourself with your shields down, you are able to attract to you all those other selves that have their shields down. We are excited for the evolution, for much of the things that are to come. We have been promising you for some time now more books that you can read. We have been promising you for some time now more interactions that you can experience. And these will be coming. We are in agreement with the vessel to bring these things to you. And much like you, her community is now forming around her to facilitate these projects that are very much in alignment with all of what you are resonating with. This is all good news. You are on the dawn or the horizon of more of what you have been wanting, more of your desire coming into fruition. And this new dawn involves other selves. So here come the challenges too. Do not fret. You will have catalyst. You will have conflict. You will have contrast with your other selves. Because, of course, if you are living in your vacuum, you do not have that particular theme to play with. But here it comes, with all of its glory and its beauty, and yes, with all of its fun and games, because you do enjoy a challenge. So, hold on to one another. You can see that many others all over the globe have, in the moment that you are watching this or listening to this, also partaken in it. They too have resonated up until this point with this particular message. Therefore, they are automatically your brothers and sisters. Therefore, they are automatically those future selves that you will know, that you will connect with, that you will come to love, or to have conflict with, and then come to love again. And you are not, in any way, shape, or form, alone. You are all one. And with that, we leave you with the light and the love of 1,000 suns. Anai. Hello. Oh my goodness. So, that was a transmission about connection and coming together and community. And if you watched the first half of this, then you know I was talking about opportunities to connect that are coming up potentially, that I am in the process of seeing if they come into creation. I do see a few of you mentioning that London works well for you. So that feels quite good and can be very exciting. Again, do comment on this video after the live has finished so that I can know the sort of numbers of who's available. I'll probably also put in the community chat because I know a lot of you are subscribed and do get the notification in the community chat just to see like roughly what we're looking at in terms of numbers, because that will depend on the booking of a venue and the organization, etc. So let me know. This is a co-creation. This is a collaboration. And of course, if I'm getting on the ground anywhere, I'm going to need help with organizing and setting things up, etc., etc. So I do want to know who's on my team. Who's my team? Where are you guys at? So that I will just ramble off again the potential dates. So potentially London on July 23rd or 30th, New York City sometime between August 6th and 8th. August 15th, potentially in Toronto. And then we have the Channeling Conference in October, on October 19th. That's arranged through Gaia. So that's their dilly-dally. And I'm going to do something extra potentially on the 20th of October. Early bird tickets are available for that, even though I don't know what it is yet, because that feels like a definite. And potentially a retreat in April over stateside. So super excited about that. Again, inviting people to sign up to become beta testers for the membership site. I've taken package deals off the table, and I'm going to be sending off an email to you guys shortly about how I have to scale back my one-on-one sessions. So the 12 of you who are currently here on this live call, you're the advanced notice people that I'm going to be phasing out one-on-one sessions. So if you're interested in a one-on-one session, it's the right time to go ahead and plan that. And get going with that before I send off that email. And what else did I have to share with you? That's it. Like, subscribe, leave comments. YouTube is like the most awesome place. By the way, we have 4,000 subscribers here now, which happened while we were on the retreat. So that's something else to celebrate. Celebrating my birthday, 4,000 subscribers, and 5 years of channeling Vagrein. So sending you guys all my love. Have an amazing weekend. And I will see you again very shortly. Take care. Bye-bye.